So I'm making a pasta dish for dinner tonight, one that I will be sharing with you in a later video. And because I'm making a pasta dish, I thought it would be a really good day to make a garlic cheese bread. So we're going to be going through making a roasted garlic Asiago cheese bread. There's a little bit of prep work before we get started. The first step is to cut just a little bit of the top off the garlic so that you expose the cloves beneath it. Put it in your muffin pan. The muffin pan is particularly good for this because it keeps the garlic upright. Drizzle in olive oil. I'm using a light olive oil. And cover each one with a balled up sheet of aluminum foil. And this is going to go into the oven at 400 degrees for about 30-35 minutes. We'll come back. So it's 30 minutes later and the garlic has come out. And if you notice, there's some lovely caramelization going on. We're gonna let this cool and then we're gonna pop it out of its skins and start the bread making. To make this bread, you're gonna start with half a cup of room temperature milk, followed by 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Use light when I'm baking. You're going to follow that with a tablespoon of sugar and half a teaspoon of sea salt. Three cloves or 1 teaspoon of fresh minced garlic, a tablespoon of Italian herb mix. I use Penze's Italian herb mix. Alternatively, you can do a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of rosemary, a teaspoon of basil, a teaspoon of marjoram, whatever, you know, again, use your judgment. What does your family like? I like the little pre-seasoned or pre-mixed Italian herb blend. It works really well, it tastes really good. So a tablespoon of that. Half a cup of grated Asiago. 1 3/4 cup of white bread flour. And 1 teaspoon of bread machine yeast. You may be asking yourself, or me, Miranda, what about the roasted garlic? That's going to come later. We're going to let this mix up into a dough, and then when the beep 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 of the add-in alarm goes off, we'll add our mashed 1/3 of a cup of roasted garlic to the bread machine. Lock that into place. We're going to program this for we're going to program it for white bread, and it is a 1 pound loaf. We're gonna let that do its thing. It's going to start by mixing together all of the ingredients. Then the beep 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 will happen, and then we'll add our garlic. It's gonna take about 3 hours before it's done. So it's that crucial moment where we have to add in our roasted garlic. I have mashed it. It's 1/3 of a cup of roasted garlic. And I'm not just gonna dump it in there because that would just be bad. We're gonna go a little bit at a time so that it becomes incorporated into our dough. And that's that. So we just heard the beep beep beep, which means it's bread time. I don't know if you heard Everett, but he was just like, bread time. Let's go. Admittedly, it's very weird and random to see a 1 pound loaf when you're used to making 1.5 to 2 pound loaves, but that's it. We'll see how it tastes. Definitely smells good. We're gonna have some bread with our dinner, and we'll see you later. All right, so it's dark because it's after daylight savings time. This is definitely tasty bread. It's very hot. I'm gonna finish dinner. If you can see and be in the reflection behind me, Everett's standing here expectantly. So I'm gonna feed my hungry husband, and until next time, guys, you take care of yourselves.